All right, good evening, guys. I'm Ling, and I'll be doing the President's Address. Once again, welcome to EML's Welcome Party 2021. Actually, time sure flew fast. I remember attending the same welcome party last year, listening to the speech made by Irong, the previous president. And now fast forward, I'm actually doing the address this year. So just like most of y'all, I did not actually know what I was getting into prior to the welcome party. I only figured that this is like a club where members make music and interact with one another. And they seems to do some performances from all the snippets. And also, for some reason, all the members always talk about why it is not a DJ club for some reason. All right, so hopefully by now, after all my reminiscings, you guys would have finished reading EML's missions, at least the first mission. So the first mission is mostly external, while the second mission is internal, which I believe will affect you guys greatly. So before I get into that, let me introduce the grand history of EML for you. So the club was founded back in the 1980s, and it pioneered electronic music production in NUS and introduced an entirely new mode of musical performances. And that was quite groundbreaking for that time, as that was also featured on the newspaper on when was it? October 18, 1988. The title was a musical concert without players. It was very clickbaity for its era, and it got the points across pretty well. And next up, we have some pictures of performances taken back in the 1980s. And our principal tutor, Ben, is actually in one of the pictures inside. And now these are the pictures taken quite recently, back in the 2010s. And once again, Ben is also in the picture. If you can see, it's actually in the bottom left corner of the pictures. So actually now that you look at the last times as well as now, it seems that our EML stays kind of the same, but currently just with flashier lights and with flashier gears. But however, of course, our mission changes and evolves along the years as well. So now let me go back to what our second mission is about, which is to provide learning opportunities in production and performance aspect of electronic music, as well as an outlet in which members of the group have freedom for creativity, for creative expressions. So in terms of the production aspect, we'll be teaching you guys how to use music software, which is Ableton Live. Ben will mostly do the teaching. Things like how to make beats using the drum machine, composing melody, etc. will be taught in our session. We'll also be teaching you guys how to play the instruments too. Unlike what the newspaper article back in 1980 says, we actually do play the instruments, for example, like the MIDI keyboards, as well as the various synths that's in our studios. EML also offers a wide array of performance opportunities, both internal and external. In terms of externals, there will be mostly collaboration, like what Mary had mentioned earlier. We had collaboration with various dance CCAs. For example, the picture on the left, TLDR, was a collab back in 2019 between Dance Synergy and us. And we also did some like collaboration with other music CCA as well to do a collaborative music work. And on the picture of the right is a performance for Student Life Fair 2019. So all these performances, all these opportunities are given to our members. From these pictures, these were actually back before COVID, so we could still do all the performances live and without mask. So now that because of the pandemic, we have to unfortunately shift all our performances online. So on the slide now, you can see here at Carnival 2020. So we actually did a opening show back last year due to the COVID situation. Likewise, I believe some of you guys also had attended the Art Carnival 2021 recently, whereby we did a virtual live workshop as well. So because of the pandemic, most of our performances are shifted online. So that's true also for our flagship events, Omniverse, whereby our second iteration, Omniverse Cyberpunk, was actually premiered on YouTube. Likewise, this year we'll be doing the third iteration, Regenesis, through a YouTube premium as well, but this time with as a collaboration with EMCC. So it will definitely up our budgets as well as production value. So last but not least, I would just like to end off the address that EML is basically a community of music enthusiasts, music lovers, if you may, that wants to create music. We definitely welcome both new bloods and experienced producers alike to the community. We're able to offer a nurturing environment for those that want to learn. And on the other hand, this community also allows experienced musicians to challenge each other and experiments with music in pursuit of their creative expressions. Yeah, so next up, after today ends, right, you guys can also sign up for online orientation plus the basic Ableton live workshops, which will be hosted on Saturday, 28th August, 4th, 11th, and 18th September from 10 to 12. So this is a QR code for the sign up link, but we'll also be flashing it later after the whole event ends. Alternatively, you can also remember the URL, tinyurl.com/EML2122 if you haven't. So that's for my presentation now. After me, I'll be passing the time to Ben, our principal tutor. He'll be giving an introduction to EML curriculum. Yep, thanks guys.
Thanks, Junin. Hey,
Thank you.
Wow, you guys are pretty fast, huh? I self-introduced myself in the chat. If anybody wants to see what stuff I do, other than the fact that I've been in EML since I was a student and somehow I forgot to leave. So since I kept on coming back again, made me a tutor, I became principal tutor in the end. I'm also an Ableton certified trainer, and I'm also a producer and a remixer. And we've signed to a Belgian record label, Alpha Matrix, and released a full-length album and 6 EPs. So you can check out my music over there. Just want to welcome everybody, and the word curriculum is a bit, formal. I think it's really a question of what do you want to learn when you are in EML. Okay, so I'm going to share slide. And level 1 is beginner. You haven't done it before, and you can have 0 experience and join. And some of our Exco members actually did that. 0 experience and join, and you can learn it all here. We're going to take care of you from scratch. Or you might have tried making some music, but you got stuck. Some of you may have tried doing things before when you were in school, in secondary or JC or poly, and you tried it, but you got stuck, which is absolutely fine also, because we'll guide you through. Some of you are stage 3, intermediate. You've already completed and shared some music. So for you, you don't really need to learn from scratch. You already have some knowledge and you already started making and sharing some music, and we've got programs for you. Or you might be level 4 experience, completed not just one, but several tracks and made them public. You've released them on SoundCloud, on YouTube, on Spotify, on iTunes. And so there's also interesting opportunities for you. And some of you might be level 5. You might be already signed to a label. You might have been performing public shows already, collaborating with other artists. So what level are you at? And there's going to be folks in every level. Okay. So, Anne-Marie shared, yeah, she joined with 0 experience and by now she's making music. There's Clint also. So we've got a lot of folks at the beginner level. That's fine. Some have already started, and then, it gets less and less. So a few have already completed several tracks and made public, or you've already completed and shared some music. So I think that's great. For you, we've got opportunities for you to go further, and always happy to do collaborations, right? One of the things that you'll find is that there's lots of opportunities for collaboration in EML. Okay, now back to the slides. We're going to learn, obviously, how to make music and record it and perform it and release it. That is definitely you're going to learn that. But not only that, you'll also be learning how to describe the music, the context, explain it, because that's one of the things that you you might not have the grounding in, or you might explore the roots and discover new forms of electronic music, which may help to spark your creativity in new ways. You'll also learn how to create and develop new ideas and collaborations, because it's not just the skill of being able to use the hardware and software. That's really a question of, do you know how to use a word processor like Microsoft Word? But even if you know how to use Microsoft Word, do you know how to write a novel? So we don't just want to teach you how to use Microsoft Word, we want to teach you how to write that novel or that short story. And that's basically how to create your new songs, your new works. And it may go beyond songs, it may go into soundtracks, it may go into soundscapes, it may go into a whole new installations which involve graphics with devices and locations even. So there's lots of interesting new ideas that you can come up with dancers, with drama, all those kind of collaborations, thanks to all the other groups in NUS CFA that Mary has been sharing about. I hope you enjoyed that corporate video. It looks like a lot of groups. Yes, there's a lot of groups, a lot of different artists that we can collaborate with. And you'll also learn how to lead, communicate, and work with others. Because you will be working with others, the whole fun of being in EML is you're growing in a community. And that's the word that Junlin used, and that's the word that I use as well. Because let's face it, you could be doing this on your own, but then you're on your own. What's the fun in that? But here you've got a group of people, a community where you can learn together, learn from one another, share ideas, get help, get resources, and really it's where else will you find in NUS or outside a group of people whom you can actually have a conversation about these topics with? Just look in the chat. Go ahead. And those who haven't shared yet, who's your favorite artist? Please carry on in the chat, right? Who are your favorite artists? And you realize that that's not the kind of usual list that you see outside. So in year one, we're going to start off with, in the semester one, learning how to make electronic music. And in the second half, you learn how to make it sound better. I'm just oversimplifying it, but that's basically it. Then by December vacation, we're going to showcase what you made. And this is on Zoom, so don't worry. You know, it's a nice, no pressure kind of environment where you get to share what you have. So this is just in Sem 1. No, it's not Sem 2, but all in Sem 1. Sem 2. Sem 2, we carry on. That means in January 2022, you're going to learn more things: sampling, songwriting, launchpads, mixing, so that by summer term 2022, the vacation term, which is May, June, July, you'll be able to do a show, which we might stream, or if things improve, we might be in a small venue. And this is fun because you actually get to share what you created with more people. That's plug out. So you warm up with the plug in and you get to the plug out. That's your first year. Your first year ends in summer. In year 2, when the semester starts again, you're going to learn more things like sound design, and you're going to help with orientation. Because 1 year from now, you're going to be helping the next group of yourselves to come in. And in the second half of the year, you'll be learning more things like recording. You'll be helping the year ones, and you'll be playing shows, because we get invited to do all kinds of shows, whether it's here Arts Carnival or shows outside, all kinds of invitations. Esplanade, when Esplanade is open again. And then by December vacation, you do extra things like learn about music business. And in January 2023, am I in the right year? 23, that's where you'll be in Omniverse. Omniverse is the big concert. It's either going to be streamed again, or it's going to be in a bigger venue. You can see the kind of bigger venues that we do, right? It could be a big space. So that's, you've already built up from the plug-in to the plug-out to the Omniverse. And that's just the first half of Sem 2 of year 2. Second half, you'll be learning more things like MIDI effects, helping your year ones again, and playing more shows. Then by the summer term, you can go back to plug out again. Your juniors will be trying plug out, what you can do is you can then show by example what you have done and kind of inspire them. So that brings you to the end of year 2. In year 3, in this first semester, you learn more things like synthesis, and again, you're going to be orientation. In fact, you're going to be guiding the year 2s who are taking orientation for the new year 1s. Then in the second half, you'll learn more things like musical arrangement, helping year 1s and year 2s, and you'll be playing shows. Then by December, you get to do some self-directed learning. And there's all opportunities to self-directed learning because there are many of your seniors have a lot of knowledge. You can learn from them, or you can ask them to send you links to all the stuff, all the great stuff they've got, all the free resources they found to download, all the secret carousel places where you can, buy synthesizers and software on the cheap, all that kind of things, right? Get to go to interesting performances by interesting people. So that's a lot of interesting things because you are now in a community. And by year 3, Sem 2, which is January 2024, correct? 24. Omniverse, your second Omniverse, you'll be seasoned by then. Again, either streaming or a big venue. And then the rest of the SEM, you will be learning other things like vocal chops, like playing shows. And we reach the summer term, if you're going on to honors year in year 4, you're still on vacation. If not, well, you might be getting ready to start work. So maybe you can come back as an alumni. Yeah, but that is your year 1, 2, and 3. So this is not necessarily linear. You can follow it. This is the very regular way of going through. If you happen to be, let's say, at level 3, level 4, you might, after the plugin, you might go straight to a plug out, right? You might be totally comfortable with that. Or you might join the year 2s in doing some shows. So there's opportunities there. If you're level 3 or level 4, you can join the year 2s. So you skip over, right? Usually for Omniverse, we recommend that you at least demo what you have done first. We require that you demo what you have done first. So you can't just come in and then go straight to Omniverse because we need to know. Which is why for regular folks, if you join year 1, you will pass through the plug in first, then the plug out, then you reach the Omniverse in your second year. But if you're already experienced, then we will talk about it. We'll hear your stuff, see how you do it. And there's opportunities for you. And as I said, in the middle, there will be shows, there will be gigs. Some of them have moved online, and some of them are still, hopefully, as venues open back up again, we get Esplanade calls us back again, there are lots of opportunities. Okay, so it's not a race, not a competition, and not graded. I have to point this out because you all are entering NUS. You all are NUS students. That means you are the top, don't know how many % of Kiasu students. Okay, yeah. Or for those who are not Singaporean, you're the top, how many % of the most studious people on the island. So it's not a race, it's not a competition. You go at the pace that you go. If you don't think you can complete something ready for a plug out, it is okay. We are a community. We can help you or you can take your time. There is no score that you must get. We don't fire you, okay? You are with us. On the other hand, also, if you want to jump ahead, then we will work together with you for that so you can jump ahead. So you don't have to feel held back. And also, don't worry if you are meeting people who are incredibly wow, how can they do that? They're so amazing, the stuff that they do, right? Some of the people on this call right now, when you actually see them and hear them do stuff, you'll be like, oh no, I'm so intimidated. Don't be. It's not a race. It's not a competition. It's not graded. Think of it as an opportunity to learn from them. Learn from one another. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy collaborating. Everybody in EML is supportive and positive and inclusive. We don't judge your musical taste. We want you to be able to maximize the best music that you can create. Enjoy the process, because when you enjoy, you will learn. Okay, so let's go back in again. What do you want to learn to do with email? Is that the right link? Let me give you the correct link. You access Ableton for free. So you are going to have the workshop over 3 weeks where we are going to use the trial version of Ableton, which lasts for 90 days. It's more than enough time for you to use it for free. And then after that, we'll do a group buy. You do a group buy and get an additional discount. There's already a student discount, but City Music very kindly gives us an additional discount. And then you can choose also at that time which level of Ableton. Do you want the intro level, the standard level, or the suite? The suite is, of course, like the fancy part of the hotel. It's called the fancy parts in it. Let's see. So yeah, on your second day, well, okay, you know, try as long as you need, right? Try as long as you need. I'm going to share my Ableton screen here so that you all can, actually I should share the Menti, right? Share the Menti, see what you all wanted. Okay, so we see that lots of people want lots of interesting things. Look at that. Learn how to make music, restart production. Again, oh, some of you have learned how to use Tractor. I'm not teaching Tractor, but you'll meet people here who do know Tractor and you could learn from them. You don't have to learn everything from me, right? You can learn from one another as well. Learn Ableton, you got it. Meet music makers, oh, you're in the right place. Maybe compose lo-fi, yay. Okay, make friends, hey, you're in the right place as well. Going beyond blowing the flute, oh yeah, definitely. Fusion, challenge yourself, learn how to use Ableton better, basic, definitely. I see a lot of things that you're going to do. Bass design, okay, we're going to introduce you. Among your seniors, there are people who specialize in different things. If you want to meet somebody who does bass design, yeah, we have the people who do bass design. Yes, okay, yeah, compose music, how to play with synths. We have your seniors who also play a lot of synths. Yeah, so fantastic. Yay. And more things in the chat. Is it too late to join if you're in year 3? It's not. Okay, all those who join in year 2 and year 3, please say hi in the chat. Right? All those who join in year 2 and year 3, please say hi in the chat. There are people who are, okay, no, those who are already in EML but who joined in year 2, year 3. Aisha, I joined in year 2. Yes, now Exco. Thank you. Then yeah, definitely not, because you know, year 3 is only the beginning. You still can come back as alumni. Or anyway, aim for honors and then you'll be here year 4. Got question of our alumni. Today is a weekday night. I think the alumni are probably working. Yeah. Hey, alumni are here. Kian is alumni. Okay, so just see, yeah, Kian graduated years ago, so he's still coming back, right? And so some questions like, can you use other things like FL? Some of our seniors are still using FL, right? What I am teaching is going to be, I will introduce you to Ableton as a tool that I find very useful to use. If you're already using FL, you are probably level 3, level 4. Then what you want to learn is some concepts, the music theory behind how to make the music sound good, the audio theory behind how to make the music sound good, right? Arrangement concepts, how to compose, how to get new ideas out of your music. That transcends, that is beyond whatever software you're using. Yeah. Just because I happen to be Ableton certified trainer, I don't insist that you must use Ableton. Okay. Basically, because we are in electronic music lab, whatever means that you have for creating electronic music, we will explore that. Yeah.